You hear that? Do you know what that is? That's called good music, which this game has a lot. It's not just that, the gameplay, it's good. Also the art and design, also the world building. Wanna know something else? The characters and the story? Yeah, they're good as well. I played Hollow Knight a few months ago from start to finish without any help or spoilers, and need I say, the game was good. I really didn't think it would be so packed with quality content, and now I'm thinking, rarely do you find a game that has so many positive features. Hollow Knight is inflated to near the limit of how good a game can be, especially compared to big titles and industry veterans who can't for the life of them decide what feature they're gonna fuck up the most. Every part of it is at the very least okay, but most things are good. I love this game and I would never say anything bad about it. Anyway, here's everything that I fucking hate about this game. The dark places, I can't see shit. Why is this in the game? It makes it impossible. Oh, this thing exists? Oh well, that's embarrassing. Nonetheless, the dark caverns, caves, tunnels, whatever the fuck, are still annoying. Now, what else is there? Oh, maybe the fact that the game might as well have an entire feature for being lost cause the amount of times I and many others have found themselves lost in the middle of fucking nowhere only for Google to save them. Was it really necessary to put the map guys so far away and hidden in some cases? I mean, I really didn't have much trouble with him, and granted, it's pretty cool that you have to find him, but still, I can imagine some people being absolutely filled to the brim with rage, lost in more than one ways when they don't have the map. The game should have an easy mode for those individuals. Speaking of easy mode, this game is difficult as hell. Based on my own experience, it would be hard, maybe even impossible to complete for someone who isn't past the age of 13. Is it just me that thinks that? I feel like I was dumb enough back then not to get past this, or this. In my case, because I wouldn't have the patience. I mean, yeah, you can do it by practicing hours on end no matter what age, but for someone like me, that's not really what I wanted to do. There's a few bosses that I fought for hours, but I really don't like that challenge unless I'm looking for it. By that challenge, I mean practicing hours on one boss. One of the few times this happened to me was the dream version of the Big Ass Knight or whatever the shit stain name was. I don't really care. I'm just glad I didn't waste more than 2 hours fighting it, mind you, without any additional health or soul bars. Okay, now was that every negative thing I have to say about it? Let me think. Well, maybe a few nitpicks like sometimes it wasn't fun to run back to the boss fights, that's one. The game really doesn't tell you what to do, which I guess can be a good thing. Gosh, even when I'm thinking about the negatives, they're actually good for the game. How is it this hard? I guess that's it. Obviously there will be people who disagree with me, but hey, it's okay. Every one of us has our own opinion. Be it your opinion is much worse, unintellectual, bad and stinky, it's okay though, we accept you. Now for the things that make this game good and why is it still very enjoyable after 7.5 years of existing. From the start, I think this game is and should be a big mystery. This experience is the best when you don't know anything about it. It's full of surprises and things to wonder about. Sometimes playing this game, I felt overwhelmed with things that I wanted to do. There's a new route that I haven't checked, now there's this room that has some kind of slimy, cream piece of shit inside. Ugh. Oh, you found magic. Oh, you're fighting skinwalkers. This game is surprise after another, and all this is elevated by amazing simple art that is so easy on the eyes and effective at the same time. Paired with mystical and calming music that might as well be the scrapped original soundtrack from Clementoni 62103 electronic game Hello Kitty laptop computer for kids because of how good it is. What the fuck did I just say? The point being that they fit together and go very well with the mood of the game. Also, the progression in this game is perfect. You start with nothing but your nail and whatever tricks come with the nail. And gradually you grow your arsenal of abilities, and in no time you can already subscribe. What? I mean, you can jump walls, dash through air, bang your head against the wall from dying to all these enemies, speed soul like a cannon, run from your responsibilities, bang your head against the wall even more, heal your— Wait, what was that? Enemies and bosses? This is a subtle and devious way to change the subject without anyone noticing. Yeah, the enemies and bosses are fun to fight, what a big surprise, not like I told you that this game is good or anything. Combat in this game is smooth, fun, fast and hard. I myself had a pretty fun time learning and trying to beat all these goofy monsters, which also are super creative and the enemy types vary a lot. Every area feels distinct, not only from the art, but also the enemies. Enemies that require better grasp of the mechanics and knowledge of the game as you go. And speaking of as you go, I love the way you upgrade your weapon, because in many games when you get better gear, the enemies just upgrade with you, and that's just dumb as fuck, because what's the point of upgrading the weapon if the enemies are just gonna come up with you? In this game there are areas which have enemies that are mostly always same HP, few exceptions I think. But in general, it's nice to see your upgraded weapon too, or even one-shot the enemies you had to pummel for a while before. Since you need to go through places which you have already explored, the feeling of progression is present in this, and it doesn't make the game that much easier, maybe a little bit, but in a good way. You beat all these guys at once, so the next time it won't be such a workout just walking through them. There is so much to talk about in this game, how good it is and what makes it so good, but I think I'm going to leave it here. I just wanted to share what I think about this game and might someday make a longer version because I barely touched what actually makes this game fantastic. But I think I'd rather not spend the next 5 months producing this video, so that's everything I'm including today. If you like this video, hit subscribe because more is coming. Also, have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.